just like everything, I'm doing it super last minute, working on this medallion for Yasiin Bey before the festival. So I got the lanyard done, and now I'm just about to put the hide on the back of the medallion here. And yeah, so I'm gonna head over to the show this afternoon. Last few days in Brooklyn here, and hopefully it all works out. We'll see where it goes. We'll see if we can get this to the man. And wish me luck. Put my sema down. So leading up to the festival, like we had this, I guess, dream that we can make this happen. And Ernie and I and Laurie Hermiston, my very dear friend from Pitawanakwat First Nation, all got together and decided we were going to meet up at the festival and try to make it work. So we got there, and Ernie had been already put on the press, had a press pass to go backstage, and had absolutely no clue how he was going to get me and Laurie back there to get this medallion to Yasiin. So we got in, and, you know, we hustled, man. Ernie's a 71-year-old man, and he hustled, you know, talked to everybody, did everything in his power to make this happen. And within about 20 minutes, we had a young security guard, young man from the community who went out of his way and got passes for me and Laurie. And yeah, we were backstage right from the get-go, and we were on our way to making it work.
Where's Ernie? Oh, there he is.
If you don't know who Pharaoh Monch is, you need to go online and you need to look up his album PTSD. It will change your life. Something I'm always amazed by when I visit Brooklyn and see Ernie in his home is, you know, the respect and love and admiration that people in the community have for him. You know, young people, older people, you know, they see him as a mentor and as a guide and, you know, as an elder who carries a lot of knowledge and lived experience and history. And the same goes for Brooklyn native Yasiin Bey. So there's an incredible backstory to all of this that started 2 years ago when Yasiin Bey gave Ernie Paniccioli, a Cree Indigenous elder and hip-hop photographer, a call from the Apollo Theater where he was performing, and asked Ernie to come be present at his show. So Ernie came along and was wearing the medallion that I had made him, the Medicine Wheel of Hip-Hop medallion. That was a collaboration between a Nehiyaw Indigenous artist named Brad Lattiser and I. So Ernie came to the show, and he was backstage giving Yasiin counsel and support because he's, you know, that kind of man. And he gave Yasiin the medallion around his neck to wear. So at the end of the night, Yasiin returned the medallion to Ernie, and since that time, you know, I was inspired to want to get this man a medallion of his own. And there's lots of reasons for it. One of them is that I appreciate, you know, the music and the vibration that he shares with the world. The music in itself is conscious and revolutionary. But on top of that, he's a tireless advocate for his community, whether it comes to standing up against police brutality, prison injustice, standing up for environmental rights, as well as, you know, being a huge supporter of Indigenous rights and liberation. Yasiin Bey also did a brilliant collaboration between a tribe called Red and an MC named Narcy. Narcy is an old school MC who was part of a group called Euphrates. The song R.E.D. also included the voice of late John Trudell. You should look it up. You should also look up a video by Yasiin Bey on YouTube regarding the treatment of prisoners in Guantanamo Bay.
Also made something for you, so I gotta get a picture of that.
Wow.
Go ahead.
Thank you. So, Tribe Called Red are my family.
Wow.
And he wore this medallion. I gave it to him. You wore it. Oh, it fucking blew my mind. It blew so many people's minds.
Thank you. That's amazing. It's beautiful.
So for the work you've done,
Thank you.
for the solidarity that you inspired between I got it here.
It's like a she did a TV show. He's like,
You inspired so much solidarity between our communities, between the Black and Indigenous community. And for that, that is it. For that, this is a gift to you. This is from
thank you.
the Anishinaabe Nation, from Indigenous people,
Wow.
from north to south. That's for you.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
That's incredible.
You're a beautiful man. You've done so much for
Now
people.
let me get you sisters on either side of him.
I'm like trying to.
Wow.
So I have to tell you about it. Okay. So this is buffalo
Banana.
bone.
They're from.
Let me get a picture of the two. Damn. You don't know how hard we work to make sure that sister's here to give you that, because we didn't want to.
So we made it work, and there were a million variables. If anybody knows New York, it's hectic, it's crazy, it's wild, and everything aligned. The stars aligned, and we got the Blackstar to the Blackstar at the end of the day.
Don't elect just any Democrat. Any blue just won't do. Help me out September 13th, hip-hop. I love y'all. I've been there every year. Yo, we got so much power in hip-hop that we don't understand. Please come out.
Delivering your passionate, you're holding out the half of it. You're casting out the half of it. Projecting at the blast away. It's accurate assassinship. Send me in fully close flow. After this, you'll be present. We want to drop your man for this. Shining like an acid. Put all those in together. Connected like a runner. From the tenants to the tenements. All my Brooklyn residents. Full of heavy regiments. Don't believe in evidence. Brooklyn! From what they selling to ya. To what the police do ya. Tell them for the equality. Or tell them what we Continental,
taking you high like skydivers. We spark and glide wires. Original caveman quenching my fire. Express my desire to drop this.
no shit.
These record executives keep telling me you're stupid. Are they right?
Shut up.
Revolutionary.
Brooklyn, we are Blackstar. We love y'all. This morning, I woke up feeling brand new. I jumped up feeling my heart. Low in my soul. It's just to stop smoking. Stop drinking. Got my reasons just to get.
Girls, it happened.
We did it. We did it. You got Yasiin Bey, his medallion.
Look who's behind me.
Oh, just walking this elder back to his vehicle.
For a long time now, I would say going on about 20 years, I've been totally enamored with hip hop. I've been in love with it, and I, for many reasons felt connected to it, but one of them was that it really reflected, the world that I saw around me, especially as a person of color and as an Indigenous woman. I want to give full credit to Ernie Paniccioli, Nehiao, Indigenous man, and, legendary photographer of hip hop, who has been a father, a brother, a friend, a comrade, and, who is somebody who has been there, throughout hip hop, but also just through so many movements and so many, activism before it was even called activism, throughout the civil rights movement. And, it's people like Ernie and people like, the people putting on this festival, people like Yasiin, people in our communities who are also doing this important work through hip hop that have that knowledge and those stories and are doing this good work. And it's all love. It's all respect. It's about shining our light, shining far, shining bright, because we're all stars. And I hope that this story inspires somebody, anybody, to get out there and make those connections, because we are all connected. And that's what this story is all about. Kachimigwech, Nahau, Bamapi, Minwa. I love you all.